gonna stay? Okay. So last time we just went over general idea of 3-6. So let's get deeper into it. If I said this, if I said some students like to talk, and I said all people who like to talk are short. And I said, therefore, this is the symbol for therefore. A little triangle of dots means therefore. Therefore, some students are short. All right. So the question is that a valid argument? So the truth of any piece of this argument is not a part of the question. Is the argument valid means is it strong? Do these lead to this? So really the way to answer the question is to try to figure out is there a counterexample? Is there something? And we do it visually. We answer this question visually. So this first statement, some students like to talk. So if I take all the students in the universe, I can put them in a circle. Right? So this is the student circle. Stay with me now. Now if I say some students like to talk, where can I put the circle that represents all the talking people, all the people that like to talk? What has to be true? If I put another, can it be like this, and this is all the talkers?
No, it has to overlap.
Yeah, exactly. Does that make sense? If it says some students like to talk, it at least has to overlap. Are you guys with me so far? All right. So what you're doing is you're breaking all these statements down into the real fundamental little parts of them. So some students, so here's students, like to talk. So that means that those two circles have to at least overlap. Become a K. There you go. All people who like to talk. Oh, yes, ma'am. Sorry.
But it wouldn't be a strong argument because it should be all students are short. Or oh no, never mind. I reversed it.
If these led to all students, then some students would still be true, and not even just true, but it would lead to that, right? If I said again, if I said some people in this room are sitting, that's a true statement, even though all of us are sitting, right? Okay, and that's why some and all are not opposites, because they're actually part of each other. But, all right, some students like to talk. That statement is represented with those circles. All people who like to talk are short. So what the hell? Anytime you see an all, what do you think it's going to mean about the circles? If all of these people are this, then the circles have to be not the same. They could be maybe, but yes. So which one should be inside the other one? The talkers or the short people? All people who like to talk are short. So if I did this, why is that? Is that okay?
No.
Because then what about this person? They're a talker, but they're not short, are they? So therefore, anytime you have an all statement, right, that this guy has got to be inside this guy. So I got to think, whoop. Now, are all talkers short?
Yes.
Yes, I like it. Is there any real different way to draw this picture? So what you're always trying to do is you're trying to come up with a counterexample to this. Is there any way to avoid this? Right now, does it look like that's true from our picture? Is this true from our picture?
Yes.
Some students are short. Yes. Yeah, why? These students are short, aren't they? Do you see what I'm saying? This is a very different way to kind of look at a sentence. No, you don't like this at all.
No, I'm saying it makes perfect sense.
Oh, well then don't do it like that. That freaks me out. I like that. Hey, are you okay? Yes. No. Sorry. Yeah. All right. So the thing that people get confused about is, let's do a problem that's invalid, but I'll show you a mistake that people make. So really, there is no real other way to draw this. I could draw this like this. here's talkers, and here's students. Does that still work with the first sentence?
Yeah. No.
Yes, it does. It totally does.
So what was the question?
Does this still work with the first sentence? Yes. If you said no, I mean, yes, some students like to talk. Sure, all of them do, which means some of them do. I mean, there's several different ways, but there's just no way to escape. If I have to have all the talkers inside short, then there's no way to escape this. Another way to draw it would be the other way around. Students, talkers. Are you with me? Now, do some students like to talk? Yes. All right, I thought you guys might agree with that better. But again, just because everybody doesn't mean that not some. Yes, if everybody does, then some people do. Of course, that's fine. This means the same thing. So what about this? I still have to have all the students, all the talkers inside the short so I can still do this, right? So are there still some students short?
Yes.
Yes, some students are short still. You can't escape it. There's no real fundamental different way to draw it. So this would be a valid argument. Because these two lead to that. If these two were true, this would be true. Now, talking about the truth of the statements, that's a different argument altogether. We're just talking about the form of the argument. Is it valid? Yes, ma'am.
So that would be like the kind of answer you'd look for is to draw those circles.
Exactly. You consider a few different ways to make sure you didn't miss anything. But there's no way that the student circle is going to totally escape the short circle. If you're thinking, there's just no way to make them escape. Let's do another one. This isn't brand new to us, like a lot of stuff in this class, right? Let's try one more. This isn't that evil, though. It's kind of nifty if you get into it.
Are you just illustrating this, or are we going to have to actually draw pictures on that homework?
You are going to have to draw pictures. I mean, that's the work, right? And what shirt do I own? I own a shirt that says show your work. I don't know if I've worn it for you guys yet. Yes. So that's important. Don't just tell me valid, invalid, valid, invalid. The hell's that? Why? You got to show me why, and this is why. All right, let's try one. I'm going to tell you ahead of time it's invalid. So we got this, what they wanted from this? More than you ever wanted? Okay.
And so,
Let's see. So what have I said? Oh, no, let's not do that. Let's do all dogs go to heaven. Fido goes to heaven. Therefore, Fido is a dog.
invalid.
Yeah. Now, this is a double whammy because, of course, people read Fido and they're like, well, where's Fido? So who's going to name their kid Fido? Somebody somewhere. I'll bet you if I search it right now, somebody's named Fido somewhere in the world. Right? And their dog is named Thomas. I don't know. So how do I do all dogs go to heaven? I need, what kind of circles? I need a circle that has all the dogs in it. And I need a circle that has all the things going to heaven. Right? If you believe in heaven or not, let's not get into that. You can believe in the giant spaghetti ball in the sky.
I believe in the stairway to heaven.
I liked it. Whatever gets you through. So all dogs. Here's dog. Here's every dog in the universe. All dogs. And every single one of them. So I like your statement, Gary, about earlier. It could be the exact same circle, but to make it more general, where does the heaven circle got to be? Does it have to be here?
No.
That wouldn't make any sense because then that dog, well, shit, that dog's in trouble. So it's got to be like this, maybe. Go to heaven. Go into heaven. Things that go to heaven. Blah, blah, blah. Sounds like the old $25,000 pyramid thing. Fido goes to heaven. So if you say, okay, Fido goes to heaven, you put Fido there, and you say, okay, it's valid there. There, Fido's a dog. But is there another place you could have put Fido?
Yeah.
I could have put Fido there, because then Fido goes to heaven. Is Fido a dog then? So that's the key. You got to think, is there another way to draw the picture so that the last statement is not true? So you draw a picture that captures these two. And then you see, does it have to lead to this being true? Did that have to lead to this being true? No, Fido didn't have to be a dog. Fido could be a chameleon. I don't know. So this is invalid. Because the two premises don't necessarily lead to the conclusion. See, that's what sucks. When you have a weak argument, but your conclusion is true, that so sucks. In court, the guy's guilty, but your argument's weak, so they poke holes in it, and then he goes free. That sucks. So that's a weak argument, right?
Let's not bring OJ into this, okay?
I didn't.
Isn't he eligible for like parole pretty soon?
Oh man, what did you just say? He just said, I agree with him, actually. Don't bring OJ into this. They have a movie now coming out or something, right? I actually lived through it. I mean, some of you guys probably weren't even born. Is that true?
What year was it?
I can't remember. What year was it? 94?
Yeah, it had to be more. This is like 90s.
Was it 92?
92, something like that?
Oh.
My mom.
Anyway, well, that's neat. You guys are like, please, any other topic besides math?
Yeah.
OJ, sure, let's do it. No, let's go back. I still remember I was at my friend's Christina's house, and it came on the TV, and we all sat down, we watched it. This little white Bronco just going down the road. Some of you guys are just gleams in your mom's eye. Boy, I sound old. Let me see. All right, that's cool. Is that good? So that's the idea. You don't just draw it once and go, oh yeah, it looks good. You try to force it so that it won't work. And if you can't make it not work, then it must be valid.
94 to 95.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. I told you. Yeah, it was a long-ass freaking trial. Okay, cool. So, let me see if you guys can... That wasn't very many examples, but still.
I was just kind of confused how it looks different than if it's valid.
So I could have... So, the things that go to heaven are anything in that circle. So if I put Fido there, I have represented these. And it does seem to lead to this. But is that the only place I could put Fido? No, I could have put Fido over there. Then that would not be true. So do these have to lead to this? No. It's a weak argument then. It doesn't matter if anything's true. It's a weak argument. I can just throw it out. It's a weak argument. So if you're going to become a lawyer, this becomes a huge deal about building a solid argument. And any lies you have in it, you try to mask them with the language so that people can't catch them. Or, it's probably a good idea that I don't teach that kind of class. All right. No, I could never. I don't know if they give me enough money. No, I don't. Never. All right. Oh, let's do one more with like no. We haven't done with no. What the hell does no mean? So like if I said no, no person lives forever. Socrates died. Therefore, Socrates is a person. Okay. This is a neat one. I like this. So when I say all, that means one circle has to be inside of the other one, right? All of this is inside this. When I say no, that means, of course, what's true? Circles have to be separate, totally separate. So, put all the people in the universe here, right? There's me and you, and then put all the things that live forever over here. Maybe the tardigrades, I don't know. So they can't touch because no people live forever. So they can't overlap. If they did overlap, that would be an interesting person to talk to. They would probably be insane. Socrates died. So where does Socrates have to be? What's the only thing that Socrates, where am I going to put him? Where does he have to be? Anywhere except in here. So he could be there, couldn't he? And then Socrates is a person.
Yet we still talk about him, so maybe that's one more category.
Is a definition of life. Let's not go there. Right? I'd say being talked about is not necessarily being alive. I don't know. That's freaky. If enough people talk about him, does he come back and go, what the hell? I don't know. Is that a seance?
Zombocrates?
Oh, God. All right, so the one place Socrates cannot be put is in the lives forever circle. Cool?
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean, so in order for this to be valid, this must be the conclusion. But do I have to put Socrates in this circle?
No.
I just have to put him outside of that circle.
It could be a cat.
Totally. Yeah, it could be cat. The next door neighbor's cat died. Socrates.
Time traveler.
Totally could be.
All we are is dust in the wind.
Excellent. Oh, I'm sorry. Someone somewhere else. Brown. Be excellent to each other. Okay, sorry. Does that kind of thing make sense? So, any questions on how that works? Yes.
So would that be a valid argument?
Good. I like it. I didn't really put the answer down. Since this does not have to follow from these, this would be invalid. I discovered a way to draw these so that this is not a conclusion. Therefore, it's invalid. It's not strong. A strong argument only leads to that conclusion. That's the conclusion it has to lead to. Yes?
Can you show a valid no argument?
Sure. I can't remember. I have a no. No missions are. Well, let's see. So if I said no. No dogs are allowed. No dogs allowed. Fred is a dog. Therefore, Fred is not allowed. I mean, that's going to be pretty easy, but how would you draw that? No dogs are allowed. I need a circle for all the dogs in the universe, and a circle for all the allowed things in the universe. And those two things can't. Those two circles have to
Be separate.
not touch. I like it. So you can call this allowed things. Fred is a dog. So Fred's got to be somewhere in there. That's Fred. Therefore, Fred is not allowed. Valid, right? I mean, that one's nice. Yeah, so the no thing, if it's valid, is going to be a little obvious, but yeah. Okay, is that cool? All right, so do this. I didn't put these on the answer key, so I want you, we're going to do this. You guys try it first. Number 13. Anybody need a copy of the practice test still? So do number 13. What's that? Blank practice.
Oh, no.
You want?
This is Euler diagrams.
Euler.
Euler diagrams? Yeah.
A little Euler dude. He did a lot of stuff. I figure we should say his name right.
I got a crux for you.
A who to what?
A crux?
A crux.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Harry Potter thing.
No, not
Do we have to, or do we have to kill it?
No. It's like an enigma.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, only paraplegics can't walk, right? Jeff can't walk. Jeff is a paraplegic.
Mm.
Valid and invalid.
Why?
Invalid because it could be bullied.
No, it's valid because it's true, and it's invalid because Jeff can't walk.
Oh no. Oh God, help me. Help me. Alright, you should have said it. You have a pun for me, and then I was like, oh shit, keep it to yourself. No, sorry. A pun? No! No, it's good. I like it. I never heard that one. Yeah, it's normally math jokes like the 789 thing was. I've heard it. Like I don't want to hear it again. So that one I hadn't heard
I
before.
got a math joke. It's not really math, but there's numbers involved.
Oh man, false advertising.
Why did 10 die?
Oh, is this a Doctor Who joke?
No.
Sorry, go ahead. Did you guys know Doctor Who at all?
Yeah.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
Because he was in the middle of 9/11.
Oh no, that. No, that. I don't know. That joke is. All right. Although your shirt kind of. You got Kim Jong. Is that Kim Jong Un or Il? Okay.
Yeah.
He's Kim Jong the illest.
Oh, help us. All right, let's do this. Let's focus on number 13. You guys, all right, 2 jokes I never heard before, but.
I made that shuffle hit.
Oh, you made it up right there? That's even more impressive. I thought it was like a thingamajig, so kudos, man. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah. Some movies are good. All movies are good. Yeah, exactly. There's no way that, since that has to be in that, and that has to intersect with this. Movies cannot escape ending, yeah. So it's valid, yeah. Some movies must end. There's no way that the movies won't intersect the ending, because they have to intersect the good, and it has to be inside that. Cool.
Okay.
Mhm. Like any counterexample search, you just might not even think of the counterexamples, but I'm going to grade you on your work. If you do the right kind of work and you just happen to not see the counterexample, you're going to get a decent number of points, right?
Two things.
Yeah.
First, diagrams are like the circle things, right? So you know.
Yes.
Alright, is that right? Like, no missions are impossible. Those are long missions. Long things. Only some of them are impossible.
Where's your impossible?
For the first one,
Yes, over.
Where's your
like
mission?
some movies are good and
Right
then
there.
other things.
No, that's
I did it wrong now that I said that loud.
Okay, some missions are long. No long things are impossible.
So long things are only some of the long missions are impossible.
Well, why do long things? So you're saying long things have to intersect?
Some of the intersections, though, like long missions are not impossible. Because no mission is impossible. Therefore,
Actually,
those
yeah.
long things that are missions, those are clearly not possible. But all are not long missions.
All of the big ones.
So since not all long things are missions, they don't all fall in the category of not possible.
Part of this
Yeah.
all I have is the NIN.
Yeah.
We should have a mission circle, an impossible thing circle, and a long thing circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that'll be easier for me to tell what's what.
Okay. Question 2. Is this you saying subliminally that you just wanted the summation of possibilities?
That might have been my subconscious
Alright.
talking. Although I like the Simon Pegglism.
He's in 2 of them now.
Yeah, I
Well, the
know.
Road Nation. And they're making new ones?
The first one, yeah.
I love it. I've always liked Simon in terms of space.
Yes.
So no missions. Yeah, I like it. Perfect. So you found a counterexample? Yeah. There's no reason that those can't intersect. You got the idea? It's not hard, it's just different. Is this where? So there's no, all right, I got you. So you kind of, I like how you, so no missions are impossible, which means all missions are possible. So you sort of chose an equivalent statement. So that works. That does work, but some missions are long. No long things. Possible. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they could be out there. Totally. There's nothing that says they couldn't extend out that way. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But don't say, did you say false? Say valid or invalid.
Right.
Yeah. Because it's not about the truthiness. What is wrong with that? That was weird. All right. All good things must end. So some movies are good. So you need a movie circle and a good movie circle. You see what I'm saying? So that's the idea. You really, really break it down further than we have before. You break that statement down into some movies, so you need a movie circle, are good. So you need a good thing circle, and those two circles have to at least overlap. Some of this is some movies are good, so you have to overlap at least.
All goes around it no matter what. All things must end and then some movies must end.
All good things must end, but why are there movies in there?
Because some movies are good.
Some movies are good, so movies and good things. You need those two circles.
Yeah. So I need more help. I know I need 2 circles.
Well, normally you need 3 circles, or maybe 2 circles and a dot. Because there'll be 2 things in the first sentence, and then there'll be 2 things in the second sentence. Most of the time, one of those things is already something you talked about in the first sentence. So you need a movie circle and a good thing circle, and those 2 circles have to do what? Since some movies are good, they can't be separate, they have to overlap.
Okay, I thought it was just inside, I guess.
Well, that first sentence is some, so it doesn't have to be, it could be inside, that is a way to draw it. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see. So the first one, some movies are good. So you need a movie circle. And what else? Good things circle. And they have to at least do what? Overlap. Right? So those movies would be good. So some movies are good. This is true, thank God. All good things must end. All right, which is Star Trek's last episode. Next Generation, sorry. So all good things must end. So that means all the good things have to be where? This circle, do the ending go on here, the ending things, or the ending things go like this?
Around the good movies.
Yeah. So, well, good things. So, all good things must end. Things that end. Labeling your circles could get a little weird. So is that cool? Every single good thing must end.
Yes.
I like it. Therefore, what's supposed to be true? Some movies must end. So the way we've drawn it so far, does that look like a valid thing? Yes.
Isn't that inaccurately representing the argument though? Because things that end you're also saying that bad movies end.
No, they just keep going on and on. Have you seen how many unexpected movies there are?
No, listen. All good things must end.
Right.
Other things could end. That statement doesn't mean only good things end.
But you're saying that bad movies do it because it's not.
Sure, of course, that could be true. Why is that not true? Why is that not necessarily?
Said. It's not explicit. So can you say that? You know what I mean?
No. You're the one saying that. The picture I draw has to represent the situation I'm given. There's a ton of other type of things, like you just said, that I could take from any picture I draw that I don't care about. Do you see? As long as the first 2 statements are represented, then I can step back and see if it means that the last statement has to be also, that it leads to that last statement.
So just irrelevant.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what else. There's no way I can only draw that. There's always going to be other things that it could represent, right? I mean, it doesn't say a word. So what kind of movie is this?
A bad movie that ends.
Beautiful. Does it say anything about bad movies and ending? No. Why do I not care? Because I don't. There's no way to control that.
You could.
So you're going to you could try to, but you don't have to.
Right. Okay.
And in fact, it could possibly lead to incorrect conclusions. If you try to force too much restriction on it, the only restrictions are what I'm given.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So anything else that might happen is fine. The only restrictions are what I'm given. Anything else that happens is, what can I do? I like it. Cool. Yes?
Can you show another way of doing it?
Yes, you ready? All right, thank you. Look at you go. So that's one way to do this. And it looks so far like it's valid. Because what was the conclusion supposed to be? Some movies must end. So certainly these movies here would end. And if you think about it, the movies and the good things have to at least overlap. And the good things are always going to be contained in the ending. So there's really no other way. The only other kind of way I can draw this is here's good things. Good thing. And I can put movies here. Let me make sure. Some movies are good. Is that true? Mm-hmm. Some movies are good. Yes. They happen to all be good. Or I could draw it like this. Some movies are good. Is that represented? Both of these represent some movies are good. Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
Could you draw it where, so at the top where the two overlap and then things that end go around them both?
Oh, sure. Like one big ass circle?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, yes. And that's fine. And you still come out it being valid, right? I like it. But there's no fundamentally different way to draw this. Right? There's no way for this to escape hitting this. Right? So here, where would I put things that end? It has to be around good things. So do some movies end? Yes. See, some. They all do in this case, but does that mean some of them do? Yes. Where would things that end have to go here? Around good things. So do some movies end? Yes. Do you see what I'm saying? So give me a couple of pictures is good. Even if you, so like I said, if they were